I'm going to make a few remarks. I'm going to invite Jello to make a few remarks, and then we hope to take questions from the audience, and hopefully we'll get into some kind of dialogue. And of course, I want to thank everyone for participating, and especially Jello for coming out. Let me tell you the way I sort of see what's happening right now. I've been on the campaign trail with Ralph Nader, and it's quite fascinating to repeatedly be confronted with what I can only, I've kind of arrived at this place where I think it's just intellectual dishonesty. Repeatedly, college-educated people, working-class people, intellectuals on the left, they pose the question to us as if, what's the matter? You don't want change? Or don't you want to, don't we need to stop these Republicans that have done all these terrible things to us? And, embedded in the question is a real sincerity. And it says something about the extent of how people get information, what they want from their society, though, what their expectations are from their politicians. And when I break it down, I just say, look, whatever we're doing isn't working. That's clear. Whatever it is that we're doing isn't working. We put Nancy Pelosi in Congress, made her the Speaker of the House, and she said she would stop the war, that there would be no blank check. What happened? After she became Speaker, war funding went up $50 billion. This year it went up another $25 billion. The leader of the Democrats in the Senate, Harry Reid, I don't know if you realize this, but he has said that in the last 2 years that there have been more Republican filibusters, than at any time in American history in the last 2 years. Well, then it turns out Harry Reid says that he's instituted a policy that allows the Republicans to call him up on the phone and filibuster by telephone. So this is a political party that says they're against the war, but they vote for war appropriations. They give Bush the blank check. They say that they want to protect your civil liberties, but they vote for the Patriot Act reauthorization. They vote for the FISA bill amendment that in effect allows telecommunication companies that were spying on behalf of the Republicans not even to have to tell us what they did illegally before we grant them immunity. So, and it goes further. I mean, you see the Republicans switch on the position on offshore drilling. And repeatedly, there are these, not compromises, but capitulations. So it's astounding when somebody looks at us with this track record and they pose the question to us with all sincerity as if we are the impediments to this change because people might vote for us. The narrative that is coming out of the Democratic Party cannot be accepted. Any logical thinking human being just has to look at it and say, look, it doesn't work. Yes, we want to change the culture of Washington. Yes, we want to improve our country. Yes, we want to get out of a war in Iraq. But the Democrats have been talking about leaving 60, 70,000 troops in Iraq, even as they say they're going to withdraw. They say they want to escalate the war in Afghanistan. They want to do these things, and yet, they repudiate a timetable to get out. But now the candidate says, I'll get you out in a year and a half. But when he says he'll get you out, he'll say, we're going to leave enough troops there to fight counterterrorism. It's this gobbledygook speak, this democratic speak, that speaks as if there's an opposition in this country, but there isn't.